Return to the breaking news this morning. Television channels and banks all around the world have been knocked offline.
Planes have been grounded, GP appointments have been delayed, and it's all due to a massive outage causing Windows computers to suddenly and randomly shut down.
Now, GB News' very own Neil Oliver has been affected by this tech meltdown. He's here to tell us more, because I think he's currently getting ready to try and get on a flight to do his show. Neil.
Morning both, morning everyone. Yeah, I knew there was something wrong here. I turned up about 7:30 this morning, maybe 8 o'clock, and the queue just to get into the building was stretching away into the distance, hundreds of metres long, all holidaymakers just trying to get inside the airport. Once I was finally able to get through, up to through security into departures, and then the news dropped on my phone that the flight was cancelled, my flight to London, so I'm not coming down to London at the moment. And then gradually I began to hear all sorts of gossip around me, and people were saying there was this massive tech outage all over the world. And, well, here I am.
So, Neil, are there dozens, hundreds of people in a similar position to you? And also, you've got a show to record this evening in London. What are you going to do?
Well, absolutely. It's hard to tell. It's obviously patchy. I mean, the mere fact that I'm able to connect with you guys and talk to you, clearly the internet is working in some ways or other. So it's hard to tell exactly who's affected and to what extent. But yeah, I've already had several conversations with people who were on my flight, the BA 1451 to London, which is not going to London. There's all sorts of cancellations all over the place. I don't know what the situation's like downstairs. The point before you come through to departure. I don't know whether there's a huge crowd milling about down there, but I suspect there's a lot of uncertainty down there too. I'm just going to have to see. I'll try and pick up the pieces from after I've finished talking to you. I'll see if it's possible at all to get south today, and if not, well, we are adaptable creatures and we will find alternative ways of doing things.
Well, yeah, of course, but Neil, what are your thoughts on this, though? Because I know you're a very deep man, you're very insightful. What do you think about this, the fact that simple app update can do so much damage, apparently? I don't know whether it was on purpose or not, but,
It points to that strange paradox between the extent to which we are all dependent upon technology, artificial intelligence, algorithms, apps, and all the rest of it, upon which so much of life depends. And yet, plainly, it doesn't take too much to throw all of that into partial or complete confusion. So it does beg the question, just where are we with the stability of the entire global network upon which we all depend? I'm sure people are speculating about this having been, done by someone, that maybe someone's hacked the system somewhere. I'm sure people are asking those kind of questions. It's happened on top of the Republican National Convention, disrupting coverage of speeches and all of the rest of it. I'm sure many people are speculating. But as often happens, one is left wondering, just how wise we are to put all our eggs in this one basket if at the flick of the wrong switch, this kind of international chaos can ensue.
Yeah, Neil, not least, of course, lots of people trying to buy groceries this morning, going to their bakery or, whatever. They can't because their electronic card payments don't work. So, again, another example of the reliance on cash.
And people were instantly talking here in the airport about the fact that their banks weren't working, that they could, because obviously in a situation like this, people are trying to, make financial transactions in relation to follow-up flights and all of the rest of it. And that was one of the first things that everyone was talking about. And anything that affects people's ability and freedom to transact as they want to do is enormously significant. Who knows what the number is of transactions that are supposedly happening in real time, moment by moment, all around the world. And when something like this goes down, it takes all of that with it. The fact that that so many flights here are clearly disrupted, all sorts of conflicting information as well. In the immediate aftermath of the thing going down, we're being sent to other gates. We were being told this, that, and the next thing was possibly going to happen. Some flights continued to be loaded up and to depart. Other people were just being told to sit and wait. You can imagine it's hot in here in the building. It's a lovely warm day here. And I suspect in various places tempers are getting very frayed indeed.
Well, Neil, we hope you get here quickly so that you can do your show. Otherwise, one of us might have to present it. I think he's more suited.
if the technology is robust enough, there'll be other ways to do things. I'm quite sure. So fingers crossed, and we will find a way.
Thanks, Neil. Safe travels, my friend.
Well, joining us now
Thank
is
you.
Aaron.
Thanks,
Thank
Paul.
you, Neil.